Hey y'all, K-BillTV here. God, that's so cringy. Hey, it's the I Don't Fucking Know podcast. I'm your
You
host.
didn't even say it right.
K-BillTV.
No,
Shut the
you
fuck
didn't
up,
say
Alyssa. Shut the fuck up.
HDMI
Shut the fuck
it.
up.
It's not called I Don't Fucking Know. It's called HDM I Don't Fucking Know.
Okay, let's go. HDMI I Don't Fucking Know. Let's go. Woo, that's the intro. Hey guys. I'm not even doing it again. That's the intro. Introduce yourselves before I kill myself. Hey.
We can't. Shit, stop.
Are we gonna... This is the beginning of the recording. Someone introduce themselves right now.
Hi, I'm Mr. Krabs, and I like money. Just kidding. My name's W4200. I'm one of the mods of Bills.
I thought we were gonna have celebrity here, so I feel really disappointed now. I think this was false advertising. I was expecting Mr. Krabs.
But Alyssa, you're here.
Yeah, I was expecting
Ooh,
Clancy
that
Brown.
was smooth as shit. Okay.
Mr. Smooth going on over here.
Next person, please.
Hey, I'm K-BillTV. I'm the host.
Oh my god. Pika, please go before I have an aneurysm.
Hey, bye, it's your local Pikachu. That's Iron Pika.
Cool. John?
1 second.
Okay, Alyssa?
Okay. So, my name is Zalissa.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
This is already a great podcast.
And I make art.
She make
She
the art.
makes the best art.
Okay, I'm here now.
Oh, welcome back.
Yeah.
Fucked
I'm
up
John.
my own podcast intro. First one. Fucked it up.
Well, I mean,
I told you it was gonna happen. I told
I
you.
fucking lost it.
We don't know what the fuck we're doing, and I especially don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
John
He's seen all
still
of
hasn't
them,
introduced
so-
himself.
oh yeah, I already did. I'm K-BillTV.
Oh god.
He's John Tons of Fun, and he's apparently
He's the
tons
funny
of fun.
man.
He's your
He's
local
apparently
internet
K-BillTV.
funny man.
Definitely K-BillTV. I'm the host. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he's the one who plays Minecraft here, Bill Gone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
John
dude,
was the one that fucked
Minecraft
up the
VR
intro.
stream when?
When I get VR.
So,
Never.
just
So
want
how
to
about
start
that
this
airplane
thing
flight,
off,
guys?
right? You know, we're
Mhm.
gonna...
The VR stream is just a ploy for you people to give Bill more money. He's not actually gonna do
Don't
it.
tell them
He's just
that. Don't tell them that.
John, now you're ruining God's plan.
Dude, that Drake song's pretty good.
I've never
What's the
heard a
song?
single Drake song. Isn't that neat?
I've
You
heard
you've
one,
saved
it's the
yourself
stupid
countless
meme.
brain cells. Let me tell you.
I lost all my brain cells listening to Hotline Bling because my school played it at a school dance, and I fucking.
Hey guys, neat transition here. What's your favorite type of music?
Anything
Be
metal.
Heavy
Yeah.
metal.
Ooh.
Straight up.
Okay, everybody likes metal here except for me. Got it? All right.
Yeah,
I literally have an axe guitar. Like, what are you gonna do about it?
I mean, I mostly listen to alternative and hip hop.
Well, I also dabble in Minecraft parody songs, but that's
John,
God.
that's not a genre. That's hip hop.
John, tons of
Actually,
memes
it's
here.
Any genre it wants to be. It's parody.
I still remember John's tweet. Wow, you're gonna get rid of Watermelon Tanya. That just ruins my.
Tanya!
You know, I've heard worse though. At least you didn't say Taiwan. I've heard that one.
Tortilla!
Dude.
Taiwan? What?
Wait, did I mess
I
up her
don't-
name in the tweet? Is that
No,
I messed up her
you
name. I
didn't.
messed up her
Oh,
name
I was
because
about
haven't
to
played
say,
Crash
oh no,
Bandicoot.
dude, I just make myself look really stupid.
I'm the only one in all of Bill's streams that has never played a Crash Bandicoot game except for Twin Sanity.
Why Twin
That one.
Sanity, though? Can I ask you that?
Because that was the one my mom got me as a kid
That's it?
for the original Xbox. Yep.
You got the Xbox version?
Yep.
That's probably the best version of that game. Let's be real.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was a decent game. It's just not what I expected it to be because everyone in my classmates was like, dude, Crash Bandicoot's the best. I'm like, just leave me with my Spyro, man.
Well, Spyro is probably better anyway, but
Spyro is definitely better. It's not probably.
that's just like my opinion, man.
It radiates cool, dude.
That's
It's like
my
the sun
opinion.
through the platformers.
I love Spyro. Crash is good, don't get me wrong. I grew up with both of them, but Spyro though, that's where it's at.
Maybe I like Spyro more because I played Halo as a kid. That might have been the thing.
Hold up, as
Oh,
someone
wait.
who's never played Halo, explain that comment.
That makes
Because
no
they're
sense.
they're both cool, badass motherfuckers. I don't give a shit.
That's not at all.
What?
That makes no sense.
That
What are you
doesn't make
talking
much
about?
sense at all.
We're gonna have to stop everything to unpack this.
There's
The
like
whole
a
podcast.
large gap that you just jumped across. Like there's like I don't even know how you got from point A to point B.
Clearly, I love
How-
Spyro because I love Halo. Just what?
How does Halo and Spyro make
Wait,
much sense
Spyro
in this
used the gun.
context?
Spyro used the gun at one.
Did Spyro
When?
also save
the
the
fucking
galaxy
cannon.
and blow up
Yeah,
the Halo
it's the-
rings?
It's the fucking cannon, dude. That's a Halo ring. Fucking
Oh my
cannon in
lord.
Zephyr.
I have no
I
words.
I don't understand.
I don't understand either. I'm just random.
You know,
America,
I've never recorded anything with Streamlabs OBS before. So I really hope that this is recording. Because if it
I
ain't,
swear to God.
it's
You
just
know,
a waste
though,
of our life. Like
If
the,
it just
No.
records
the
the
light,
audio, that's fine.
the light for it recording is on. Like it's blinking red, being like, "Yup, it's working." But like, you know.
I'm hoping that you have the audio like being picked up from us on that.
Oh yeah, I can see it on
Yeah.
the.
Okay. Because we just
It
also
would have
got a
probably
lot of good
been
content.
wise to have done a test recording first.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably
we
right,
are.
but
It's
but
HDMI,
it's
I don't fucking know.
HDMI. I
I
don't
mean,
fucking
I
know.
don't-
It's
I
the
fucked
same
up the
exact
name.
thing
That's how that's how little we know. I fucked up the name.
I don't use Streamlabs OBS, but as far as I know, it's the same thing as regular OBS with streaming and recording. So, like, it's the same settings. You just hit one other button.
I sure hope so.
Dude, I hate Bert.
You hate what?
Wait, what?
Your voice
Jinx?
cut off.
Sounded
I
like you
said I
said the
hate-
N word. Wow, dude, that's pretty messed up.
Family
No,
friendly,
I said-
by the way.
I said I hate burping because I felt one coming, so I muted myself for like 2 minutes, and I was like, "It's not coming."
2
is it?"
minutes, huh?
Just burping on the microphone. Just fuck it.
No,
No,
that's
please don't.
gross. That's disgusting, though. I'd rather play Dark Souls 2 all over again with nothing but a torch.
Oh Jesus Christ.
Never played Dark Souls. Heyo.
Do it, Alyssa. I want to see you get mad.
I don't even
Yeah,
think I would
dude.
get mad. I think I'd just be bored.
Honestly, I don't know how you'd feel about that game.
I
Dark
got
Souls is a
bored by my
very
20th
specific
playthrough.
game. Like, you either like it or you don't.
Exactly.
Or you get good.
Boom. Okay, so
Remember when we were talking about music for 0.5 milliseconds?
yup.
Because everybody simultaneously was like metal, and then like that's all we had.
Well, that's
But I mean,
because
what-
Derpy was like
Sir.
Spyro and Halo, and we were like, what do you mean?
But
Survey
in,
says
in, in
Derpy's
terms
an
of in terms of music artists in your favorite
Oh.
genres or whatever, list
Fuck,
them.
that's
You
hard.
know, doesn't have
I
to
like
be just
System
one
of a
person.
Down.
Metallica.
Yeah, I gotta
My
agree.
favorite
Alyssa.
band
System of
is
a Down's
also
good.
like
You all just you talked at the same. I almost said walk, but you all talked at the same time.
It's because we all
Well,
have like
that-
the same pause before everyone
Yeah.
speaks, so we're all like expecting, oh, now I can say something, and then everybody does that.
Welcome to podcasts.
Pika, you go first.
Metallica.
Anyone other than Metallica?
System of a Down.
That's what Alyssa said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Yes. I have
Sorry, Pika, go ahead.
It's fine. No, I was done.
Oh.
Are you sure? It sounded like you weren't done. I don't want to interrupt you.
Well, either it sounded like you weren't done or you're just unsure, which I can understand.
I was unsure.
Because
Okay,
favorites of anything, for me personally, really hard to pin down. I like this thing the most.
Yeah.
Well, I have a
Same.
favorite band for sure, and that's Tool. Tool's the best. They're
I don't
so
know
good.
them.
So everything you
Well-
guys have said so far, I'm like big agree. I'm just saying. So apparently I do like metal, just not that much.
Yeah, Tool's coming out with a new album finally after a decade, and I'm so excited because it's like not far away.
I mean, another one of my favorites, because I can't choose between System of a Down and this, is Disturbed, because I grew up with them. My mother
I can't
raised
stand
me on
most
that
of
band.
Disturbed songs.
My first song I
John,
ever
you're dead
listened
to
to
me.
was Down with the Sickness.
Most of Disturbed songs are just instantly ruined by the lead singer. Like the music's good, and then he
What?
starts singing.
You're
and
dead
it's
to
like,
me.
Oh,
Alright,
God.
listen, I want you to
Not
look
good.
up their new album Evolution right now, and I want
I
you to tell
have.
me that he ruins it. How does he ruin that?
does, because
How?
He's bad.
I
don't like
am
his
mad.
voice. He has a bad voice.
I have never been so
Dead
mad.
to me.
I actually have a Disturbed shirt in my house. I don't know where it is though.
How much you willing to
See,
sell
John,
for,
your
Pika?
opinion is wrong.
John, your opinion is wrong.
When are any of our opinions right? Honestly,
Mine are all right.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
says the woman.
Of
who's
course
never
the
named
only
Zelda,
woman would say that.
No, we have.
Have
sisters
any
that
of
come on
y'all?
the podcast.
I know Bill has heard some of it. Have any of y'all heard Audio Slave?
I have
I've heard
not,
of
but
them,
that sounds
but not
interesting.
their songs.
I
Are
love
they good?
Audio Slave. I grew up with them a lot. They're very good. And I like
If I listen to them and I don't like them, will you be mad at me?
you'd be dead to me.
Yes.
Well, I'm already
What,
dead to
what,
you,
what,
so-
what-
You'll be deader.
I was about to say, weren't you already dead?
You'll be deader to me.
Deader.
I also like things like Panic at the Disco though and Fall Out Boy, so I'm not like all
Oh
into
yeah,
one
those are
genre.
trash.
I'm not all in one genre. I kind of
mean,
have
it's-
a variety.
John,
don't know
what
she
genre-
probably wants to neuter you.
I don't know what genre this band
Most
belongs to, but
mo-
have you guys?
most
Sorry.
We're so bad at this. Derpy, go
First
ahead.
podcast!
Okay,
Woo!
I don't know what band this or the genre this band belongs to, but have any of you guys heard of Siamese? Like the wolf or Siamese? Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah, you can't even pronounce it, so how are we gonna know?
You mean Siamese? Like
Yes,
a dog?
that. No,
That's a-
not a fucking
Like
dog.
a dog. What do you
There's
mean
a
like
band. I will look up one of their songs. God damn it.
You
Hold
mean like
on.
the cat?
Why did
You
I
mean
say
like
a
the
dog? I was
twins?
thinking like a twin. I'm so stupid. Jesus.
Twins, cats. There's a, but dog.
Yeah, I meant twin. I don't know why I went to dog. I was
It's-
thinking twin and I said dog.
Hopefully, no twins are watching this getting offended.
I don't know what band or what country they're from, but it's like SIAM accented ES. They made a song called The Wolf. And it's really good. I
I'm
highly
like so
recommend it.
stunned. I don't even know what to say. Great
No, the
for a
answer is no, I have
podcast,
not
am I
heard of
right?
them.
What are your favorite bands and stuff, Bill? You haven't said anything about it.
Yeah, Bill.
Well, because I've been listening. But my favorite band is Green Day, first of all.
Well, I like
They're
Green
pretty
Day.
But I grew up listening to a lot of AC/DC, Led Zeppelin, just classic rock because my dad really likes that stuff. But when, as I got older, I just started listening to Green Day and Blink-182 and Sum 41, and I'm really dating myself here because most of these bands fucking suck.
Well, they do
It's
now.
not that they
Blink-182
suck.
is so
It's that
bad.
they're
They're just-
old.
Sum 41 legitimately not good. Still like them.
So
Yeah.
does Blink 182. They're so awful.
Yeah, they're god awful. But I still like them. Like, I can admit that something is shit. Like, I've listened to a song from Young Thug before and was like, oh, this sounds nice, but it's Young Thug. It's garbage.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how I feel about Sonic Heroes. I can say it's a bad game, but I still love it.
I mean, that's how I feel about a lot of Drake songs.
Dude, any Drake song.
I've listened to Drake a lot, but most of them are just... It's the same song over and over again with a different melody. That's what it
What
is.
was the one where he was in Minecraft gear with another guy? Was that Drake?
That was
I
Kanye
don't-
West, I think.
That was Kanye West. Okay.
And it
my
was
bad.
really funny.
thought
And I
that-
love the memes.
Some
Dude,
really
and
good
they made a
memes, right?
Minecraft parody of that song. That's how I knew
Oh,
about that song.
I know
What
what
the
song
fuck?
you're talking about now. I know what song you're talking
They
about
made
now.
a Minecraft parody about guys in Minecraft suits singing a
Yeah,
song.
and it was the same. It was Captain Sparkles again.
What the?
Yeah.
Why does he make every cat? Alright.
Because he's a
remembers digging
Minecraft
Minecraft?
YouTuber.
Who remembers digging Minecraft style?
Why do you
I
sound 400 light years away from your microphone, by the way?
Thank you for that, Bill. I said, who remembers digging Minecraft style?
I remember.
I don't, but you want to know the only
First
Minecraft
farmer.
parodies I ever listened to when I was younger?
Was it Fallen Kingdom?
No, it was like anything made by Tobuscus.
That's
Remember when
understandable.
Tobuscus
You know
was
what?
relevant?
That's... Yeah, when he made good
Yeah.
good content.
Yeah, and then he just dropped off the face of the earth.
Yeah, what happened to him actually?
Um,
Do you know what happened to him?
I know what happened. Should we talk
is this
about
not-
that?
is this
We're
not
gonna go down a
advertiser
rabbit hole
friendly?
if we do.
Is this
It
not
might as
advertiser
well.
friendly? Do I have to wait? Do I have to wait before we can talk about? Or are we Keemstar?
Alright.
Are we allowed to talk about?
Two
controversial
two words about Tobuscus: rape allegations.
Oh,
Ah!
right.
Oh my.
Mhm.
I forgot about that. Oh.
So
That's what
Vic,
ruined his career.
So
Yeah.
Vic Mignogna.
Ironically, he was in an episode of SVU.
What the fuck he was?
Didn't he also play
Yeah.
a character on the Annoying Orange TV show?
He did.
No,
I
oh
remember
yeah, he
that.
did, and he was in the
Who
movie.
the fuck was he? Who the fuck was he?
He was like
Ugh.
the store. He was like the store clerk or something.
He was,
Wasn't he
was
the
store
only
clerk.
human person in the
He
entire
was-
show?
No, they
Yeah,
had a
he would
human
basically.
child
I
in
think he
later
would always show
seasons.
up when the shop was closing or something.
Dude, I bet he was out there putting out a safety torch.
Oh, for the love of God!
He should have used it on his own house.
For fuck's sake! He should have just kept it on himself at all times. His channel would have never died.
Fuck. Why is making fun of people so funny?
Because making fun of things is really easy. Like, we could sit here and talk about one of my favorite games when I was younger was Croc, right? That game's fucking stupid garbage doo-doo shit. It's so bad, but the music is so good.
I
And
don't
I-
even get why everyone loves the music so much. It's not that great. Like,
was
it's
the-
alright.
It was the best music I'd heard in a video game at that point, Alyssa.
It is alright at best. But the controls are garbage.
At least Croc 2 tried to improve the controls, but in the end they didn't improve the level design.
The first
It's a-
game, I tried
It's
to
actually
play it.
worse.
I tried to play it, and I have never hated playing a video game so much in my fucking life.
Have,
As I
have
did
any,
trying to control that
have any of
fucking
you other guys
crocodile.
ever played the game?
No,
I have not.
I have
but
heard.
do
I've heard
own
the
it.
stories.
I
So-
do own it.
That- awful.
Imagine if you
Uh.
would. You know how Resident Evil controls?
Wait, it's a 3D platformer tank controls?
Yep.
Wow.
That's how it
Who
controls.
the fuck? Who the fuck actually answered me this? Who thought that was a good idea?
That's what
Someone
I
who
was
doesn't know how to
thinking when I tried
design a
play it.
video game.
There was
Did you know? You know what's funny? They used to that game in itself was supposed to be a Yoshi game at first.
Really?
They
Mhm.
pitched that to Nintendo, and Nintendo
Okay.
said no for good reason. And then
No. It's
they
not Yoshi.
decided, you know what? Let's just bring this to Fox Interactive, and be like, "Hey, we want to make this 3D platformer mascot," and they were like, "Sign us the fuck up. We like money," and then didn't realize that the game was shit.
It was on PS1, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and PC.
So, I have this game. It's for PS2 called Vamp. No, it's not called. That's a new game. I think it's called Cross of the Moon, and it's a game where you play as a vampire. It has an analog stick, but it still uses tank controls, and it's a 3D combat-based platformer.
Excuse me.
Yikes.
What?
Yeah.
That's a
The game
big
is-
yikes.
Also, the game has worse lighting issues than Outlast, and there's no way to see. I had my brightness at max, and I couldn't see anything.
I
It
don't
was
think
the worst
Outlast had
game
brightness
experience.
issues. I think it was intentionally pitch black a lot of the time.
That's the
Yeah.
problem. That's the problem. This game isn't. It's intentionally be that black. That's my
Yeah, I
problem.
can-
What are some of your guys' guilty pleasures when it comes to like video games and shit, and movies and music or whatever?
Ooh,
That's
Ooh.
easy
Ooh.
for me. The Happening is like one of my favorite movies, and I can watch it forever on repeat.
To be honest, it's probably one of my favorite movies just because of how comedical it is, but it's unintentional.
It's so funny. It's so funny. Everything is so funny.
The
It's
live
incredible. I
action
love
version-
it.
It's
Like,
written
it
so
legit has
poorly. It's one of those so bad it's good movies, like The Room.
Dude, yes, but look, that scene with Mark Wahlberg and that old lady in the hallway, and he's like, and she's like, "You were trying to kill me, weren't you?" No, never. What is my favorite? It's so good. It's so beautiful.
Yeah,
I
I
love
think
that
it
scene
was
so
so bad.
much.
For me, the movie would be the live action Cat in the Hat movie.
Oh my god, dude, that movie, I watched that multiple times as a kid, right? I don't know why I ever liked it because I watched it again like 2 years ago. I got 20 minutes into the movie and had to shut it off because I couldn't stand it anymore. Like, I was furious. I was actually angry.
The only reason I still watch it is for the best scene in the movie, and it's when he's on the cooking show, and he cuts his tail, and he goes, "Son of a bitch!" and it cuts out.
I remember that part. They put that in a fucking Dr. Seuss film.
Dude, there's a whole lot of stuff like that in that movie. It's because it's
There really
Mike
is.
Myers.
I can't believe they got away with that.
Like, there's
Dirty
literally
hoe.
one where he makes a prostitution joke because he
The
steps on
dirty
like,
hoe.
yeah.
Yeah, that isn't that
And
like
he
a
even
meme?
stops. He even stops and looks at the camera and he's like, "Oh no, never mind."
Don't let your kids watch it.
Oh man.
I can't think of a game. No, actually,
Yeah,
For movies, for me, anything with Adam Sandler
That's fair.
that's.
or The
Yeah.
Master of Disguise. I like that movie.
Oh my
loved
god,
it.
I haven't watched that movie
See,
since I was a
that
kid.
movie, so good. That is
Yeah.
my childhood.
I always tend to laugh at all the stupidest shit, so that's why those things are guilty
I mean,
pleasures
it's really easy
for
to
me.
make me laugh. So like,
For music, probably Nickelback.
Really?
I think
You're
that's
dead to
everyone's
me.
guilty pleasure.
Yeah, no,
That's mine. I love Nickelback.
I hate Nickelback.
my
What do you-
boy.
Look at this graph.
Well, I mean, I like the memes. Not
No,
gonna say that's not funny, but the actual song.
fucking-
I like some of their actual songs.
Yeah, some of their actual songs. Another band that a lot of people like, but I can't get into, and it's Nirvana. I don't know why. I cannot get into Nirvana.
I really
I
like
have
Nirvana, but a lot of Nirvana's songs are just Kurt Cobain going, yeah, like you can't even understand them.
Maybe that's why I don't like.
Like,
them, but then-
like that's how he sings. But he still sings well. It doesn't make sense.
Hello, 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 hello.
I don't know.
All over here dissing.
Dude, rest in peace, Kurt Cobain.
We're just
Oh, is he
trashing
dead?
his name. How do you not know about that?
What is he dead? Just fucking.
That's like one of the most famous celebrity deaths of all time. What do you mean? How did you not know about that?
Alright, I'll be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
I'm kind of retarded. Dude, just Alex Jones in a nutshell. Hey.
I put chemicals in the water. Let's turn the freaking frogs gay.
Oh boy.
Man,
Oh.
I miss him. I wish he didn't get banned off YouTube.
You're faking a fraud.
I forgot he got banned. I'm just like, where's Alex Jones been in a while, man?
I didn't mention a guilty pleasure game. I'd probably say Shadow the Hedgehog.
Same.
That's a
That's
good one.
understandable.
That's a good one. For me, it's Sonic 06 instead. Because
Huh.
as much as I hate that game, I love the music, and I think Silver's a cool character.
I actually enjoyed
It's
playing
no
as
use.
Silver. That's like the
Dude,
only
playing
character I
Silver's
liked
fun
playing in that game.
Because he's busted. He's fucking busted.
It's also because he's actually able to be able, like, you can move him around without running straight into some water because the controls aren't super sensitive like they are with Sonic.
Yeah, for some reason, the floaty character doesn't have sensitive controls. Explain that one to me, Sega.
That's actually a good
literally
point.
fucking flies. He fucking flies. How is he that controllers?
Amy in that game has to weigh like 5,000 pounds. How heavy she is.
Dude, it's worse than Sonic Adventure because she moves at like Mach, not even a Mach. She moves at like 2 feet per second. She, like,
Not
does
even a
step.
Mach.
She takes like a step and she's like, "Do I keep moving?"
I think a big problem I have with a lot of like 3D Sonic games though
Is they
It's-
exist.
no, it's hard to control Sonic in a 3D space in
And
just
if it's
about
not
every
hard to
game.
control- if it's not hard to control, it's too easy, and you can just press X to win.
Well,
Boost
yeah,
games.
but like
Boost games.
I feel like the way that Sonic should work and does work is in 2D.
What's funny
Yeah.
though is aside from Sonic Mania, any time that they try to do 2D Sonic, like in Generations or in fucking Forces of all
Forces.
things,
God,
it's always the most janky thing on planet Earth. The 2D section.
it was okay in Generations.
I mean,
They
not
did it
even
okay in
that,
Generations.
but it's like the level design doesn't even you don't benefit from moving fast, which is the entire point of Sonic.
Yeah.
There is one Sonic game, a boost one, that benefits from going fast with the level design, and that is Sonic Unleashed, and that is probably one of my favorite Sonic games of all time. I don't know why. I loved that game.
Too bad the
wholeheartedly.
Werehog sections suck ass.
I didn't think they sucked ass, probably because I played on the PS2, which doesn't have the dumb sections.
Well, I
Like
played
the
it on
tornado
PS2
section.
as well, but it's just that
I
it lasts
enjoyed
like
it.
20 fucking minutes, and then
Hey, man.
the daytime Sonic sections would take 3 minutes maybe.
I mean,
The part of the game people
I'm
actually wanted to play took the least amount of time.
I haven't even beaten the game yet because I'm stuck on Eggman Land Stage 1.
I definitely didn't beat the game. I gave up at some point and said it's not worth it.
I'm close, but it's hard.
You know, we
Fuck
talked
you guys,
about movies for a bit, but I don't think we really went in depth on what movies we really like either. Like
We just
good
kind of
movies.
mentioned the guilty pleasure ones.
Yeah.
Just 1 second, I gotta turn my light on so I can name,
Alright.
drop, get an idea.
Yeah, he is the movie buff of this podcast.
Because
I
my
mean-
bookcase is right next to me.
I
Yeah,
could
I have-
probably
Like
say
my friend Justin.
I
who's
have
also-
some
one of
movies
them.
like, but I mean, the only ones I have physically are all the Harry Potter films and The Dark Knight.
I was literally watching Harry Potter with my boyfriend just the other day.
I haven't seen any of the Harry Potter movies because they do not interest me. I'm
That's
not a
fair.
huge fan of that.
I mean, I kind of grew up with that. Although
Oh, look,
most
I
of
have
the,
to mention one other guilty pleasure movie, and that would be Sweeney Todd.
What
I
is
like that
that.
movie.
Never even
I haven't
seen
heard
it.
of that.
It's do you know the story though at all?
Isn't he like a murderer who worked at a butcher shop or a haircut
No.
place?
No, well, yeah, he was a barber, but he like killed people.
Okay, so
And the person
my
that
second
also
attempt.
lived in his apartment made meat pies, so they kind of worked well together. 'Cause he could
oh,
just be like, hey, have some human meat to sell to people. Business will be booming.
Dude, Snake walks and you just hear tasty.
Tim Burton made the movie I'm referring to.
Oh, okay.
isn't that why Johnny Depp's in it?
Yep.
He's
see
in like
that.
every
That's
Tim
fair.
Burton film.
Well, so is Tim Burton's wife. I forget what the fuck is her name again? Helena.
I'm looking
Bonham
this up now
Carter?
that you mentioned it.
I think it's
I
Helena Bonham Carter or something.
I just remembered
She plays
another guilty
Bellatrix
pleasure.
Lestrange in Harry Potter
I just remembered another guilty pleasure
and the
movie
Queen
I
of
like,
Hearts.
and that's Rango.
Yeah,
I haven't seen that in a long time.
Alyssa, you're 100% right.
Hell yeah.
Helena Bottom
Good
Carter.
job, Alyssa.
I fucked up her fucking middle last name, but you know.
Isn't she in Fight Club? Or am I thinking of someone else?
Dude, this bitch
You're thinking of
53
someone.
fucking years old. Hello?
Hold on, now I gotta look it up.
Seriously?
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Well, damn.
Born in 66.
Hot damn.
That's cray-cray.
She aged well.
I can't think of a favorite. I can think of one of my favorites.
Yeah, she's in Fight Club.
But-
I was right.
What the okay.
Apparently Johnny Depp is also 56. That's pretty crazy.
Another person who aged way too well.
Maybe that's why there's no more Pirates of the Caribbean. Not because they suck, because it got old.
Either that or nobody gives a fuck about them. Actually, aren't they
I swear
making
to God.
another one, like, right now?
Are they? Are they? I swear to God.
I never heard anything about that.
I'm looking this up, too. It's like,
We must know.
This is important.
like,
The only good Pirates of the Caribbean movie was the first one.
yeah, I was about to say the same thing.
I had the video game for At World's End on the PS2.
Oh my god, I had that, but on PC, and it's so bad.
So dumb.
It's so
It's so
bad.
dumb. The fucking section where they force you to play cards. And it's
Oh.
so fucking rigged.
Alright, I just read an article from, like, I'm looking at an article from last year. Johnny Depp's Jack Sparrow won't return in new Pirates of the Caribbean movie. This is in 2018. So apparently Johnny Depp won't be in the movie, but they're making another one. Although I don't know if it's like a new film or a reboot.
Huh.
I don't like the fact that I'm going to be watching a Pirates of the Caribbean movie without Johnny Depp as Jack Sparrow, if that's the case.
I mean, he wasn't even supposed to be the main character.
That's the only reason why the first movie turned out so good, is because he
Because
wasn't
he
the main
wasn't.
character.
Exactly.
That's the only person that people think about, though, when they think about those movies.
I know, because it's the only character they ever promote. I don't like Pirates of the Caribbean. Like, Pirates of the Caribbean gives me the same feeling as, like, the Transformers movies.
Yeah.
Can
And the
we
Fast and
talk
the
about
Furious-
the Transformer movies?
There's too many of them, and they're all like not that good.
Yep. But people still
They
see it for
turned
some
out
reason.
Really bad.
They turned one of my favorite cartoon franchises into a shitty live-action movie that could die in a fire.
Did you really expect them not to make it shit, though?
Well, when I was a dumb little kid, I had hope.
The first one's not that bad.
I'm still a dumb little kid.
I mean,
But now I have no hope.
John, it might not be that bad, but it's still not that good.
I watched it not too long ago. It's pretty alright. It's like.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying.
definitely-
It's just an alright
it's
movie.
definitely nowhere near as bad as the second one, the third one, the fourth one, the fifth one. Is there a sixth one? Probably is.
I think
It's
this
probably a
is the one
20th
where
one
they
at this
promoted-
point.
I think
Because
the sixth
right
one is
after the
one-
first one, the quality dropped to like -50 somehow. I don't know how they did that, but it was pretty impressive.
I know there's one where Bumblebee fights Nazis, if my memory serves me correct.
Isn't that the Bumblebee
there's one-
standalone
dude,
movie?
I think that
There's
is.
the one with.
They tried doing the
wizards or
Captain America with Bumblebee. I don't understand.
Water. Stay hydrated, kids.
That reminds me, I should drink water. Hey guys, this
Go drink
podcast is sponsored by water.
Aquafina.
Aquafina. I'm an
It'll quench ya.
Aquafina. Haha.
Nothing's quenchier.
You're not C.
It's the quenchiest.
Cactus juice?
The quid.
Yes.
So has
I mean,
anyone?
Aquafina.
Has
John, go
anyone
ahead.
else in here seen the Hellraiser movies at
Nope.
all?
I
Nope.
have not, but I've heard about it.
I've definitely heard about them though.
Yeah, they're really like not for everyone at all, but I love them. They're really, really good.
I don't even know
Mainly
what
because-
genre it is.
It's like it's not even like categorized. It's just like they exist.
Exists.
Oh my god.
I
I,
just know,
I
like-
definitely know what this is. It's a Clive Barker thing, right?
Yeah.
Didn't Clive Barker also
With
make
Pinhead.
Jericho?
Yeah, he made the Jericho thing too.
Okay.
Yeah, Doug Bradley plays Pinhead, and it's like the greatest horror villain ever because he's so like everything he says is a one-liner, and it's so awesome. It's so good. Just like look up like a compilation of just Pinhead scenes in any of the movies.
Dude,
It's
the first
only
movie
reason
came
the
out in
movies are good.
87?
Jesus, that's old. I also love it.
That's a 69% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
well,
means it
see,
really
the
isn't.
second one is the only movie I would consider legitimately good. The first one is alright, but the only reason the first one is alright because Pinhead doesn't show
Pinhead's
up
in
until
it.
like the very end of that movie, and that's like, wow, why wasn't he in the entire movie? Because that was awesome.
Why are there
And
fucking... Why is there about to be 10 fucking films in this franchise? Jesus Christ.
what, the
So
Hellraiser?
Yeah.
Oh, because they're stupid and won't stop making them. Like at some point, they got rid of Doug Bradley because Doug Bradley is old now, so he can't be Pinhead anymore.
Oh,
And
I'm sorry.
I have it on Blu-ray, and I watched it. It
I-
is one of the worst, poorly edited, trash movies. And it's even worse because they don't have Doug Bradley in there to say some cool Pinhead stuff. So it's even more. I can't even describe how bad that's a movie I hate. It's like Hellraiser Judgment. I
Yeah,
don't
that's
even
the latest
understand.
one. I misread it. There is 10
It's
films. Not that there is
it's
going to
so
be.
bad. Like I can't, dude. The editing is so incredibly bad that you can't follow the story because it cuts to scenes that don't match up. Like they don't match. They don't follow along each other. So you're constantly like, what's happening? Why is this happening? What?
Dude,
And
I
then
felt the same way when I watched Avatar,
yeah,
like
yeah.
the blue people film.
Oh,
Gotta
I
specify.
mean that's what
Yes.
everyone thought.
I thought
That's
that
also what
movie
I
was just
thought
really
of.
boring.
I can't believe it was the highest grossing film of all time until
Not
Endgame.
anymore.
Endgame.
Not
Did you-
anymore.
Guys, isn't it crazy that Disney beat out Disney and they were really close to Disney the whole time? But they were right behind Disney.
Dude, they're not counting for inflation.
I mean, even if they did count for inflation.
That's an actual argument.
Disney
Fucking
still
hate it.
wins. So who cares?
Exactly, Disney wins. Hey guys, Mickey Mouse here, oh boy! Haha! I have all the fucking money in the
Buying out
world!
market! Buying everything!
Including
One
Activision,
company at a
probably.
time. Dude, next they're gonna buy Microsoft and we might actually get good games.
What
Dude,
do
just
you mean?
reboot the
It-
entire Halo franchise.
Dude, that's the same people who partnered with EA to make Star Wars Battlefront 2, and let's see how well that turned out.
I mean, it's better than the first Battlefront.
It's still not good.
It's an actual story. That's garbage, but hey, it exists.
And it exists, that's all you can really say.
You know what
All you
else
can really
just
say about a lot of
exists?
things that EA makes, though.
You know what surprised me that's coming out?
What?
There's apparently an animated series all about Harley Quinn coming out.
There's a lot of those.
I don't know
That's-
why.
That's one thing we haven't really talked about yet. Animation. I really like animation.
Did
I don't
somebody
really
say anime? No, I'm
Watch
just
too
kidding.
much because
I'm not gonna be that guy.
I can't really get invested in animation because I'm just like, wow, this isn't real. I'm bored.
That's fair.
Unless
I
it's
just
like a comedy.
That-
I
that is
can't
fair.
Because if it's a
understand that.
comedy, I can just laugh.
I just like, because of the ability to be able to literally make anything with animation, it's like the possibilities are endless.
I think one of the best shows that exemplified that was Amazing World of Gumball. Honestly, they literally had like 50 different animation styles per episode, and it was fucking
Yeah, they mixed it together and it was actually funny.
yeah.
Yeah, I like
And
those
it
shows
ended.
and stuff like that because it's funny and it's like I like if it's like I don't know someone who's going through like, oh man, they could die. I'm probably gonna be like, I don't care. It's an animation.
Well, it would
I
depend
mean-
on whether or not you were able to get invested in the characters of the show.
Yeah. Like it could be like what's a good example? Fucking any slapstick show where like, oh no, the character's gonna die, and then they're like, no, it's slapstick, they're not gonna die. I've seen a show like that, and I don't remember what it was called, but it was awful.
There's
Hated
also
it.
the fact that I just don't watch TV like at all.
I used
can't
to
watch
a
TV
lot.
either.
I don't
on
watch it
cable.
anymore.
I don't watch TV.
But like
wish I could
still,
watch
like
TV.
one of my favorite animated shows of all time has to be The Last Airbender. Cause you know, Avatar
That's
is
a damn
amazing.
good. That's a damn good show.
That's another one of those things that I have the entire series of on Blu-ray.
Yeah,
I
but
need
do you
more
have the-
Blu-rays.
Ugh. Do you have the movie by M. Night Shyamalan?
No,
Masterpiece?
I watched that
I-
film, couldn't even get halfway through it before I was like, yeah, this is complete garbage.
I went to watch it, and God, was that a movie that existed and I hated?
I really
Maybe that's
tried
why I
to
didn't
like
wanna
it.
watch it.
when it first came out, I really tried to like that movie. I tried to stay positive. It faded very
think-
quickly.
I think what made it worse was that they tried to ram a. How many seasons are in Avatar? Like 6 or 7?
There's 3
3.
books, is what they call
There's
it.
3 books?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's 3 books, and they try to cram all that in a 2-hour movie.
No, they tried
No,
to
it
cram
was-
all of one book into a 2-hour movie.
Wait, really? They
Yeah.
didn't try and even go
It was
for
just the one
books?
season, because the series wasn't over when they made the film.
Do you think they planned on making sequels?
Probably.
Yes.
Well, yeah, they kind of teased at a sequel at the end of the movie. That
Did
was
they?
never gonna fucking happen.
I don't remember that. I don't remember.
I'm glad
Yeah.
M. Night Shyamalan's back to making good movies. I'm very
Dude.
happy about that.
What was
Didn't-
the last one he made?
Glass.
Glass?
Yep.
I haven't
My
seen the other
dad
one.
told
I
me
saw
he
the one-
hated Glass. I haven't seen it yet.
It was really good. I actually really liked it.
What was the one that he made about the found footage film with the elderly couple?
The Visit.
Yeah.
I
like that
fucking
movie.
hate
That
that
movie's
movie.
trash. That movie's really bad.
That is
every
not a
time that
good
kid-
film.
That kid in the movie who he starts rapping, I'm like, I need to turn this off. Like now.
Well,
it needs to
yeah,
stop. This is
Maybe that's the
not
point.
okay. I cannot watch this anymore.
Y'all don't understand horror. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna
Like
do
when
that.
that kid rapping is scarier than anything else that happens in the movie, because as soon as he starts rapping, I'm like I need to shut this off. I need to stop. Why am I watching this? Stop.
Honestly, that
It's-
movie
it's
suffers with
incredible.
the syndrome of a lot of horror movies nowadays, where they show the scariest scenes in the trailers. Like,
Well,
If
I
they
didn't. I
didn't
watched
show-
it way after the trailers, and I still
Really?
hated it.
I feel like if they didn't show the scene with the oven, it would have been a fine movie.
Well, not really.
But-
The oven scene is just so like stupid. It makes no sense. Like if
Would you
anyone
like to
told
get
me,
in the oven?
yeah, okay, yeah. If someone is like, "Hey, man, get in this oven," I'm gonna be like, "No, that's why would I'm not? No."
But I'm
Not just
elderly
the oven.
and my back might break. No fucking.
You have
to
get in the oven, bitch.
to clean it.
Get
That's
in the oven
literally what
yourself.
it is. It's so stupid. She literally like is cleaning the oven and is all like reaching all the way in, and then she climbs in like on the shelf thing to close the door. And it's
That
like, why
shelf
would
is
you?
real strong.
You know,
I
you know what
don't-
you know what it reminds me of? What's that fucking game where you have to protect the baby as a dad when the wife's away?
Who?
Who's your daddy? Who's your
Yeah, who's your dad? I was like, no, it can't be that dumb, but it is that dumb. That is the name of the.
Yep.
fucking the death where you just have the baby climb into the fucking oven and turn it on?
Yeah.
How do you climb into the oven and then turn it on? Like, how does that work?
You don't. You have to hope that the player is dumb enough to turn the oven on for you.
I
Actually,
see.
I
I
think
mean, can't you also get
You
a
have to
fork
climb
and
up-
like slam it into a socket and kill yourself?
Yeah, that's like
you
the
can also
easiest
drink
way.
bleach.
You
I
can
didn't know
also
you could
drown
do that.
yourself as a baby.
Yeah.
Man,
You
I
can-
need to play that
they-
game.
They
It's
added
all
a
about
new one where
death,
you
and
can
I'm
get
all
run over
about it.
by You can get
I'm
run
pretty
over
sure
by a
you can
lawnmower.
also eat forks. I think you can eat like forks and stuff.
You can eat anything in the game.
That's great.
My favorite
love
one
it.
is getting run over by a lawnmower.
You should stream that game at some
Jesus
point.
Christ. I should stream that game at some point.
I bet playing that with friends, you'd get a kick out of it.
I mean, I would have totally joined in on that if my computer didn't fucking break. I'm so mad about that. I'm so mad.
I can tell by the way you said if it didn't fucking break. There's just so
Yeah,
much
just-
venom in that one word.
Dude, speaking of Venom, am I the
Oh,
only one who
Jesus
thought that was
Christ.
a decent movie?
I knew you were
that
gonna
movie
go
was
there,
awful.
and Venom. No, it's not.
It's very bad. I hate it. It's not good. It
That's the-
aggravated me.
That's
If
still
a
one
mo-
of those
a
films,
movie-
though, that when I watched it, it made me mad. But at the same time, who's the main actor's name? I forget his name for some reason.
Tom
It's escaping
Hardy.
me. Yeah, Tom
Hardy.
Hardy. He tried really hard in that
He
film,
did.
and I can appreciate
Tom Hardy is an amazing actor who really wanted the like you even in interviews I was like, dude, he is trying. He wants the film to be good. But I know it's not gonna be good. I'm gonna be mad at the movie when it's not. And it wasn't, and I was angry the entire time. It was so annoying too. I hate the way that it was like the movie was made to be rated R because of the way they edited
Yeah.
around swearing. It was very odd. Like, I don't know if any of you saw this, but when they were talking and they would say, like shit or something, it was like that. No, 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 that didn't seem right. Why was that there? It's like they say it too
Yeah.
many times. It's very
But
forced and weird.
the only
I don't know.
I feel like the only reason I really do like that movie is because I love Venom. Like anything to do with him.
I mean,
just
so
think he's
do
an awesome
I.
character.
But I still don't really like the movie.
Yeah,
I like
you know, like,
Avatar,
the
but the last
dialogue.
Airbender movie can suck my ass.
like the
Exactly. You know, like, oh my god.
the movie suffers from this thing. It's like, oh yeah, he's a villain, and then it's like, no, it's not. He's not a bad guy in this movie. He's not a bad guy. He's
Yeah.
literally just a superhero who gets
So in
powers.
Spider-Man 3,
And then
he is like
it's literally the same plot as Iron Man.
in
You know, I didn't
Spider-Man
think
3,
about it
Venom
that
was
way until
the
now.
baddest motherfucker. He was the baddest motherfucker, and now he's not. Like, why?
But Spider-Man 3, that was also a terrible Venom. You had the dude
Nah,
from that
dude.
70s show fucking
Nah,
trying
dude,
to be
Spider-Man 3
a
is
villain, and it's
the
just like,
best-
to me it's
Spider-Man
just
3 is the
like
best movie ever made.
he just sounds like
Well,
fucking Jerry Seinfeld, where he's like, you know, like jazz, but that's how he's trying to sound evil.
Well, the reason that movie was so bad is because Sony was like, you have to put Venom in, and Sam Raimi was like, but I want it to just be Sandman and the other Goblin. It's gonna be a very personal story. It's like, no, you have to put Venom in it, but that's not the movie I want to make. Too bad. Do it anyway.
Doesn't Sony does that a lot, don't
Yeah,
they?
that's why the Amazing Spider-Man 2 happened, and everyone died. Everyone died.
Yeah, everyone
Let's
died.
not talk about that.
Everyone
Everyone
died.
died.
Did you guys know
I'm pretty
about?
sure- Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, do you guys know about how they actually pitched Amazing Spider-Man 3? Fucking
Yeah.
Gwen Stacy's dad was supposed to be revived from the dead.
Mm-hmm.
That's
He
not,
was gonna be an
What?
integral plot point in the third film. Then we're gonna pull the stupidest comic book thing you could think of and revive a character.
Dude, what's next? They're gonna add the Dragon Balls from Bleach.
Just make Dragon Ball Evolution 2.
You know what annoys
God,
me
God,
about
no.
anything superhero related is easily the people who want like the Snyder cut. I hate those people. Why do you want that? It's not gonna make the movie better. It's not gonna make the DCU revive. It's dead. Let
You
it
know who-
die. Oh
I don't know
my
what
god.
you're
They just
talking
need to-
about, so
they
I-
just
I
need to
could use
reboot
some
it.
explanation.
So-
you know how like Aquaman and Batman vs Superman and all that, Justice League, all those movies that are on the same universe like the MCU.
Vaguely.
Justice League, during production, Zack Snyder's daughter committed suicide, I think, and he had to step away from the movie and he couldn't finish it. So Joss Whedon took over and finished the movie, the dude who directed Avengers and Avengers 2. And people are so like, okay, yes, now give us the real cut of the movie because it'll make it so much better, even though the movie's already really bad, even without like, it's like the movies they're asking for like one scene. The only thing in that the Snyder cut's gonna add is Darkseid showing up for like a scene. That's it. That's all it's gonna
Honestly,
add.
Zack Snyder, also not a good director. Don't like any of the
Yeah.
movies he's ever made.
No,
At all.
we've talked about this before. He's made Watchmen, and Watchmen's pretty good.
I didn't like Watchmen.
I did. I thought it was decent.
You know, most of the time when I think a movie's just or decent, I don't really like it.
Yeah, I don't even know what he's made besides that though. Like 300, I hate that movie though. I hate how over stylized.
Yeah, I don't really like 300 that much
I like
either.
the memes.
Like he doesn't really like he has a style, but it's just I don't like it. At least he's not like, well, he has a style, but he never uses it in like any of his other movies. Like he didn't use it for Batman vs Superman or any of those movies.
I'm trying to look at other
actual
movies
question.
he's directed.
Why do people actually think Aquaman was a good movie?
I do. I think it was so stupid
yeah.
and fun. It
I-
was so stupid that I loved it. Like when I saw a shark with a laser jump out of like a helicopter thing underwater and then tackle a shark, and then that
What the
shark
fuck?
go back like I'm sorry, the shark tackled a crab, and then that crab threw the shark into a like underwater submarine thing and exploded, and then they fell down through like something, I don't know what it was, but then a giant kraken showed up, and it was like, Jesus Christ! It looked really cool, and I liked it. It was very stupid, but I still liked it.
I just don't like it because I don't know why they're trying to make Aquaman the fucking comic relief character of the DC universe into an action hero.
God, he directed the fucking Dawn of the Dead remake.
He did.
Oh,
boy, did he
God.
direct that. Y'all want to talk about Dawn of the Dead?
You
I
know
don't know
what?
what
Sucker
any of this
Punch. Wait. Sucker Punch. He didn't direct it, did he? He didn't direct it. He directed Sucker Punch.
Yeah,
No.
he directed Sucker Punch.
Yeah, that's where I draw the line. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's
Yo,
bad. That's
Alyssa,
bad.
here's something that you'll understand. You know the music video for Desolation Row by My Chemical Romance?
I probably have not seen it.
Zack Snyder directed it. That's the only good thing he's directed, by the way.
Okay.
Wait, Army
The
of the
Michael
Dead? Oh yeah,
Myers.
this is his new movie he's making. Army of the Dead.
What was
It's probably
that
gonna suck.
one-
Yeah.
It's not a Zack Snyder directed movie or anything. It's a Stephen King movie. What's the one where
No,
the truck
well,
tries to kill people?
Wait,
Wait, what?
a truck tries to.
There's a movie Stephen King made where it's a truck
no,
that tries to kill people.
Well, it's a Stephen King adaptation, but he doesn't make the movies.
Sorry, my bad.
It sounds
what
like a
is the
level
thing
in
I'm
Sonic
thinking of?
Adventure.
I don't know what it's called, but I know what you're talking about.
It sounds like
It's so
something
dumb.
that would fucking happen in like The Evil Within or some shit. Speaking of which, that game blows. I'm
Yeah,
still
I got-
mad about that from yesterday.
Yeah, I hate
can
that game.
understand.
I stopped playing it like right when the game started because it started off so cool, and then I see what the game actually is. Like right after you escape that chainsaw dude, the game just goes
Yeah.
into this totally different thing than I thought it was gonna be. And I'm like, oh, this sucks. I'm never playing this.
At least the second one sticks with horror, but even then, it's not much of an improvement.
Derpy, I found the movie you were talking about. Maximum
What is it?
Overdrive.
That's fucking it. That's the movie.
Hey,
Stephen King
back.
directed it, by the way,
Okay.
and wrote for the film.
Well, most of the
Emilio
time he does.
Estevez is in this fucking movie. Hold on. What?
Who?
What?
I don't know who that is.
He was one of the people in the Breakfast Club, I think, or like one of the characters. I forget which one.
You know what movie I saw recently that a lot of people love, and I love now because I saw it? Fucking Zombieland. That movie.
Dude, yeah, that
Oh
movie's
my
great.
god, Zombieland is
You know
such
they're
a
making a
funny
second one?
movie. It's like
And they're
it's
making
one of
a
those
second one.
movies that's so
Yeah.
cheesy, but it's funny at the
They're
same
making a
time.
It's
second-
so good.
They're making a
They're
second
making
one,
it.
and I'm
Yeah.
so excited. For the longest time of when I was watching that movie, the main character, I don't remember his name. What did they call him?
No idea. I haven't seen it in a
I don't
while.
remember. I haven't seen it in a while either.
Well, the entire time I was like, yo, is that the guy who played Josh Pilgrim? And I was wrong, and I was really sad about it. 'cause I-
Josh Pilgrim.
No, that's Micah. Scott.
fucking
It's
Josh
Michael
Pilgrim.
Michael Cera is the guy who plays him. And the
Okay,
guy who
that's-
plays the dude in Zombieland is he's the guy who played Zuckerberg in the Facebook movie.
Yeah, and he's also not a very
Mark
good
Mark
actor.
Zuckerberg.
He played Lex Luthor in Batman vs Superman. too.
Oh, I forgot
Yeah,
about that.
yep,
What a garbage
yep,
person.
that's it.
Oh my god.
What was the fucking one like? He had something. I gotta take Superman's DNA.
He was. I don't remember what he was doing. It was very bad.
He was
writing.
making Doomsday.
There's
All
a
we know
scene
is
where
that
he
it's
shoves
bad.
There's a scene where he shoves a Jolly Rancher into some dude's mouth. It's really funny.
Doomsday is the only DC villain I care about, and they ruined him in the movie. And I'm
I
so
feel like
mad.
this podcast kind of turned into like just a comic book movie discussion. I
Remember
kind of
when we were
want to
playing
move
about
away
talking
from
about
that now.
We were talking about video game stuff for the plan, and then we just started talking about movies.
Well, because you guys went on a rant about like I knew John was gonna go on a rant about movies, but
This shit's wag.
It's okay. We kind of expected things to go off on a couple of tangents. To be
I mean,
honest.
at the same time, it's also the point of doing something like this.
Just say whatever.
I
well,
just
and
didn't have shit to say.
In an effort to revive this podcast because we're killing it right now, And also in an effort to let people understand who we are a little bit more. Most of us here, not all of us, but most of us here like to stream and shit. Or do other cool stuff. And another topic that I wanted to talk about, and I think we all agreed on, is what inspires us to do the things that we do.
Woo!
Hmm?
Who wants to go first?
Yeah, who does want to go first? I mean, I could go first if nobody says yes.
You should go first because it's
Yeah,
your
you should go
fucking
first.
thing.
Yeah, you're the host.
Fair enough.
Fucking idiot.
You fucking idiot. I mean, in terms of like streamers and stuff, the one and only Ray Narvaez Jr. is probably the only reason. Oh my god, he's streaming right now. But he's probably the only reason I ever even made a Twitch account in the first place. Cause like back when I first started like watching him on Twitch, he was still streaming from like the Rooster Teeth Twitch account, and that was when I was a huge Rooster Teeth fan for a hot minute. And I watched every single one of his streams from that account, and then when he announced that like he was making his own account and then moving to Twitch, I was like, time to make an account. Gotta participate in chat, brother.
Man, it was really sad when he left Rooster Teeth. That was like the day when Rooster Teeth was like immediately going downhill. When he left, I was like, oh no, it started. It's going downhill now.
That was when I started to lose interest, but it was only because he was the only person that I really just liked in terms of being entertaining and shit.
I liked him and Michael were always my favorites.
But like him specifically, it was the reason I made a Twitch account. And then like some of my other friends told me about people like Tim the Tap Man and like Jericho or something, I believe. Those are some other people that I really like looked up to for a while and was kind of like, I want to do this. And then I did. And then I stopped for a while. And then I came back to it. And here I am. But like with videos and things, because I like for a long time I also wanted to make videos on YouTube. There's again, Rooster Teeth for a long time. Just everything with the Achievement Hunter and the Let's Play channel and shit. Even some like reviewers like Cat Icarus, or I used to really watch fuck, I don't watch him anymore because I freaking
You used to watch fuck?
Peanut Butter Gamer, Jesus Christ.
Ah, the classic.
I don't really like him anymore. I also used to watch Markiplier a lot.
I had definitely had a Markiplier phase.
But I don't think I would say that Markiplier really inspired me in any way. Because I never want, like, I shouldn't even say that. I don't want to make Let's Plays. I tried. Me and David tried to make Minecraft Let's Plays.
Oh,
It was really bad. But it was funny to us. But I think even doing that was something that kind of made me go, yeah, I want to do this type of stuff. Pyrocynical, actually, as of right now, is another huge inspiration for me personally.
Really? Were you inspired by him when he drank Belle Delphine's bathwater? Cause
Oh no, I just still thought that was fucking funny though. Like,
yeah, it was really funny.
So guys, we did it. We reached 250,000 subscribers.
so guys, we did it. We reached 250,000 subscribers and still growing. All because of like MLG fucking memes.
Fucking when MLG
That's how I initially found this channel, was like MLG Teletubbies.
How did I find him? I think I
MLG
remember.
Teletubbies?
Yes, it's
I
the
found-
stupidest video you've ever seen.
I
And
found
Shrek
I
Has
don't
Swag
know.
is another one.
Do I even want to know?
I could
I
link
was
it to you after the podcast is done.
No. No.
It's just an
Please
MLG
no.
I mean,
montage parody.
Yeah, his other videos include him drinking bathwater, so I mean, his standards are very high.
Yeah, they're
He
incredibly
does
high.
that. He's made a couple of game reviews recently. Which I think
Yeah,
Uh,
those are actually good, like
my
proper, like
my
well
favorite
worked on
video,
videos.
my favorite video from him is the Petscop video, and that was one of those
Petscop.
videos where I looked at and I was like, I could do this.
Win
So, I
Petscop
mean-
2. Win Petscop 2.
Two Petscop to win. But yeah, those are basically all my inspirations in general. To me,
Okay.
it kind of seems pretty obvious if you look at it
I'm
side by
surprised.
side.
Honestly, I'm surprised Brown Man wasn't in there with your fucking "I'm about to bust" thing.
but I mean, Brown Man is Ray.
Oh,
That is literally
I
his
didn't
account
know
name
that.
now.
I didn't know that because I didn't know him before that. So,
Good job.
do I need to do the Alex Jones thing again? Because I fucking will if I need to.
I'm about to bust. God dang it, Bobby.
Dang.
Oh,
You do that too well. It's kind of.
I really do.
I hate it.
Anyone
the
else
fucking-
wanna talk about what inspires them?
Not really. Nothing inspires me. I just do things.
You just
John,
do
but I
stuff
thought it
because you
was
feel like
Delphi
doing them.
Batwater.
Oh yeah, the bathwater. That's what inspires me.
Dude, just make your own line of bathwater. Easy money.
Gamer Boy Feet Juice.
Yeah, just
dude.
get, just call it, just call it like Epic Gamer Sweat, and then like,
Did somebody say Epic Games? I
Uh,
fucking
yeah.
hate myself.
Anyone else want to talk about what inspires them? Pika, Alyssa. I would say
So
Derpy, but
Alyssa.
he don't really do shit.
Hey, hey,
Well,
listen. here.
damn.
Maybe
I
Alyssa
actually-
first.
I had something nice to say, but now I'm not gonna say it, mister. I was gonna say you inspired me to start streaming way back, but not anymore, bud.
Yeah,
Nah, fuck you.
way
Fuck
back.
out.
Yeah, you haven't continued for a hot minute.
Fucking destroyed him, Bill.
I'm just joking with him. I want to see him stream more, honestly.
The only reason is because I am very self-conscious about my voice. That is the one thing. Like,
That's a mood.
massive social anxiety kind of stops me from doing that. And
yeah, I
I
was
feel
like
really
that
bad.
for.
I mean,
for a
I
good
still go
bit.
through that.
Well, one thing that's kind of helped me through that is drama, which I take a lot, and that also kind of stopped me from streaming because that's like, we stay at school from like 3 o'clock in the afternoon to midnight, and we are not allowed for a break. Like, we just keep going, we keep working, and that kind of stops it, especially on weekends.
That's pretty epic, but also unepic at the same time.
But way back when I first met you, watching you play Spyro, me thinking your sister was your girlfriend.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Well, now that that's out in the air, hey guys.
Huh?
Hey guys, Bill has a sister.
I played Spyro 2 for the first time like a couple years ago, and it was on my stream. Never saved
And
that
that's how-
stream. Should have done that. But
That's how these two idiots met, me and him.
yeah, we've
and,
known each other probably the longest out of everyone here.
After that, he basically told me I could probably do it, so I was like, "Fuck it." And I think the first game I streamed was Conker's Bad Fur Day. Was
Yep,
it?
I remember watching that.
Okay, yeah, it was that, and I had such fun doing it.
You also had the
but-
shittiest mic I've ever heard.
I did. It was really bad, but I feel like I have a new one that's a lot better. Then what did I stream that? I remember. I tried streaming Binding of Isaac, and
boy.
I streamed the fuck out of that game, and that was probably what kind of got me up there for a small amount of time. But then I just suddenly stopped because of school stuff and personal shit. Recently I did start back
Gotta
up
love
a while
personal
ago
shit.
with fucking I did a single stream of me playing Skyrim, but the people chose how I played the game. And that was
Oh,
a fucking
God.
nightmare, and I never want to do that again. Fucking
Oh, good
illusion
lord.
build and nothing else. I had to be a orc with illusion magic. Never again.
Yeah,
But
I I personally am in the belief that literally anybody can stream if they want to. Like, if you have any passion for it, just do it.
Especially if you throw cats, because if you throw cats,
Oh, for fuck's sake.
you'll get a lot of
Dude.
attention.
Alyssa, you could probably throw a cat and you won't get banned because you're also a woman.
Oh,
Yeah,
Damn
the
women.
girl who fed alcohol to
Test it.
the
Test.
who fed alcohol to her cat.
Oh, that pissed me off when I saw that video.
Like, that's one of those things where it's like Twitch thoughts, and I'm just kind of like, ain't about that.
No
using
thanks.
Also,
Dude,
let's not
MC
mention this
Martin-
person by name because I heard that she was literally taking
Dude,
down anything.
She is. It's
Oh, yeah.
ridiculous. Dude, I was on Twitter today and I saw so many people like, I'm banned. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
She'll
They didn't
probably
even
still
do
take the-
anything wrong.
Yeah, we're just
Like-
speaking.
Oh my god, man. It was blowing my mind earlier.
Fuck.
It's
What was
crazy.
What were they banned for? Just talking about her?
Yeah. Just
pretty
saying
much.
that what she did was wrong.
That's retarded.
Maybe
What I
not
did
her, a
wasn't
little
wrong
bit.
because I have boobs and tits. I meant tits and butt. I don't.
Boobs and tits.
It didn't register with me for a second, and
I
then
just sat there for a second with like the freaking dial-up internet sound going on in my brain, trying to figure that one out.
That's like
Is
when I went,
AOL?
what police?
Oh my god.
Fucking- the number.
Dude, when we did that thing that Nate told us to do, and you went, "What police?" I was just kind of like, "What do I say?"
I'm surprised Nate didn't give us any stupid shit to say. Yo, let's do dumbass
Well,
Erwin
I mean,
impressions.
technically speaking, Nate isn't in the Discord. He doesn't have a
Oh,
Discord
isn't he?
account.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oops. Well, I'm gonna force him or her to get a Discord. I don't know what they are.
I mean, at
What
some
they
point,
are.
at some point, we're gonna do one of these live. We're not gonna do all of these live. Most of them are gonna be recorded. But if we have the chance to, I definitely want to do one like a couple of them live on my Twitch just to see like if there's any positive reaction whatsoever to that.
That'd
That'd
be
be cool.
interesting.
I think for if I ever stream again, Bill, I think the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play the evil with him, but I'm gonna do a Mr. Krabs impression the entire stream. And I'm not.
Oh,
gonna
no,
say
I
Jesus
never
Christ.
really answered that question actually.
Actually, you
good
should.
idea.
You shouldn't play The Evil Within. You should play Detroit Become Human and do a Mr. Krabs impression because that game has.
Bill, I don't have
Clancy
a
Brown in
PS4
it.
yet.
Well,
I don't have a PS4 yet.
well,
That
Well,
sucks to be you.
it's really
I'm
sucks
getting
to
one
be you.
because this Wii U is gonna be given away for one. Because my friend's stupid. Please don't let him see this video.
Well, don't share this video to him, duh. Like, how else is he gonna find it?
No, Bill,
Well,
I never.
1.5 billion views on our first podcast.
I
Mhm.
think Pika wants to answer the inspiration
Pika.
thing.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Pika. Go ahead.
Yeah, very apologies.
It's fine. It's just I was waiting, but like, I guess we're getting ready to move on. I guess I don't know.
Huh? You just mumbled that last sentence.
It's nothing really.
Just answer the question. We're all waiting to hear it.
I'm curious.
I'm also curious.
Like, I honestly started off as like a let's player, but like after a while, I did actually go to like. Maybe I should just start from the beginning. I honestly started let's playing from like a couple different people actually. I don't really know everybody by name because like I think a couple of them actually have deleted their channels. So like
Damn.
yeah, that long ago. But anyway, more recently, I have been taking up streaming, and like after thinking about it for a while, I feel like streaming is more what I like actually.
I kind of agree. It's definitely way better to like be able to interact with people real time while you're playing a game than it is to play the game and then interact with them afterwards.
Yeah, I can get that.
Yeah.
Honestly,
different
that's what
person.
I've been noticing. I've been enjoying more actually chatting with everybody rather than just waiting, playing the waiting game.
Do you have any specific people that you look at and you go, man, I want to be like them? Because that's really what I mean by inspiration.
To be honest, I've had for like streaming, I think I had like a couple people, and one's actually here chatting with me.
Whomst?
You.
Instead of oh,
I was about to ask, was it John or me? Because it's either one of us, most likely. But yeah, it's pretty
definitely
cool.
was not my pro streaming skills.
You're still not a bad streamer. It's just you don't really like doing it, which is fine.
I'm much more of a artsy person than a streamy person. I like watching them. and
Decent
supporting other
segue.
people.
Alyssa, you've made art for me, and Bill,
Made art for lots of people.
you and Sky
yeah.
honestly got me into streaming.
Just gonna say, Alyssa makes great art. I agree with
I'm
Pika.
just
Support me on Patreon.
Support Alyssa on Patreon. I mean, it's gonna be the top. Well, not at the top of the description. I'm gonna put everyone's names at the top of the description. Whatever link you guys want me to put for that, that's what I'm gonna do. And then under that, it'll be like, hey, all my channel art is made by the person that I just put in this list.
Mine's basically the same, except for the banner, which, yeah.
Yeah, I don't. My banner is just something I stole off of Google Images. I don't really think I need a crazy, like, cool-looking banner. I'll just use something that fits with the channel theme, and that's it.
I don't have a channel theme except for idiocy.
I mean,
That's
that's
also
a pretty
Bill.
good channel theme, considering that it's also part of my stream. And just this whole channel in general. The I don't fucking know, I mean HDMI don't fucking know podcast.
She's gonna be so mad when she watches this video and knows that you fucked up the intro.
She is gonna be mad, but I'm keeping it in. It's funny as fuck. Cause I told you, before we started, I told you, I'm gonna fuck it up. Like, because at that point, it's literally just me hitting the record button and going, everyone's waiting for me, holy fucking shit, I'm gonna die. Hey guys, fucked up the intro here. Like,
hey guys, Billy Mays here with Fuck Tape.
Billy Mays here.
I mean, your name is Billy. It works.
I mean, I'm gonna start the next fucking podcast with, instead of Billy Mays, just BillTV here.
You have
With
to
the all
spell
new.
it out.
Product. Advertise your stream.
For the
I mean, I'm
price of
probably
five,
gonna.
only $4.99, you can subscribe and get a cool emote.
Dude, $24.99 for an extra 2 new really cool emotes.
Which I apparently did.
I'm still, like, you didn't even have to do that, because I would have never expected anyone to ever do that in their fucking life, and this man's right here, super supportive guy, Iron Pika, it's like, seriously, dude, it's incredible.
Yeah, man. In my
He is the only reason,
craziest.
like, Pika, you're basically the only reason I have all of my emote slots unlocked on Twitch. Like, I really didn't expect that to happen so soon. And I'm just kind of like throwing Alyssa into the sweatshop and being like, make this shit, bitch. Because I really want these emotes done, but I don't want to rush anyone. And by anyone, I mean Alyssa.
I have a lot of stuff I need to get done, okay?
Speaking of stuff,
procrastination problem.
Speaking of stuff, Alyssa, what inspires you? You're not getting away from this question.
God
How
damn it!
determined you are.
Because I know you're not a streamer. You're an artist. You probably have a lot more different things to say than we do.
Well, I mainly like to draw like anime type of stuff. Even though I can do other shit, but I'm much more comfortable doing the more anime looking shit. And that's the kind of shit that people want to pay for as well. But I'm mostly inspired by the creator of my favorite manga, which would be the Gray Man, and her name is Hoshino Katsura. She's especially inspiring to me because not only is she good at making artwork, but she also has some serious social anxiety, and that's a big ass mood. Like she went to a convention
Yes,
where she was going to be speaking on a panel, and she wore a cardboard box on her head the whole time.
Yeah.
That's something that I would do if I ever went to a convention. I don't want anyone to ever see my face. To be honest, like in terms of like the audience, I'm very
and just wear a night helmet the entire
I'm very
time.
uncomfortable with that. I might actually wear like a TV mask or some shit, or like a cardboard box, but it looks like a TV, and I put antennas on the top of it or some shit. That'd be really fucking funny. I feel like that would
That would
probably be the
ripped off
best
your head
way.
as soon as if you ever got to the point where people like
I will
would look for you,
fucking hot glue that shit on my fucking head. Like
Onto your fucking scalp.
Yes, onto my scalp. I will make damn sure I will clamp it onto my body if I have to.
Alyssa mentioned Rayman, and I gotta clap for that. She has taste.
You're my
Yes,
new
our
best
other-
friend. I just gotta point that out.
Our other resident weeb here, Derpy, decided.
I mean, hey man, when your dad is also a weeb, he shows you some good shit.
Your dad's a weeb?
My dad has watched all of the Gray
Yeah.
Man with me, and all of Death Note with me, and a couple of other anime shows with me. My dad's kind of awesome in that way.
I mean, I'm not
Me and my dad are
opposed.
watching all of One Piece together.
I'm
That's
not
a journey.
opposed to anime. It's just it doesn't it doesn't appeal to me that much. There's things that if someone gets me to watch it, most of the time if someone gets me to watch something, I'm probably gonna like it, but I also don't want to disappoint someone. Like one of my friends really likes to watch a bunch of like slice of life type shit, and I don't care for that. And I know I don't care for that. But if we're talking about anime, just like action stuff, or like
Craig.
things that are like crime related, I actually really like watching crime documentaries just in general. But like detective shit and things like that, also really
sound
cool.
Like my mom.
Yep. I'm the one male in the all female demographic of crime shows.
Watches nothing but that. She has seen every episode of almost every one, and she can solve the cases in like a. It's horrible. I hate it.
Yeah, I mean, like, out of all the anime I've watched, I've only seemed to enjoy so far, at least, Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, Dororo, which is a new anime that I watched with one of my friends recently. Was watching Death Note with Alyssa a bit ago.
Mm-hmm.
That I
need to
actually,
finish that.
honestly, even though it's so like fucking weird, at the same time, it's also really just interesting to watch the character dynamic in that show. I think that's what reels me in with that one. It's like the story's really good, even though it's completely fucking insane.
It's very dramatic.
Interesting.
I'll take a potato chip
And
and
then,
eat it.
and then I think the last anime I can think of off the top of my head is another show called Erased, where the premise is actually what reeled me into the show. Is this guy gets framed for his mother's murder, and then randomly just gets kind of pulled back in time to try and find the killer as a child, and then just kind of switches back and forth between his past and then the present. It sounds ridiculous, but it was like one of those find the murderer type things that I'm really into.
Well, that's like most animes. They all sound super ridiculous, and then you watch it, and it's kind of just either, yeah, it's not that bad, or, yeah, I'm not into that.
I think
the whole
one
point
thing
of
that
anime is
pisses
it's
me
all
off
fucking
about
ridiculous.
a lot of the stuff that I've seen on the internet, just clips and everything, it kind of seems like a lot of the things that people share on the internet is just fan service. And they fucking
that's the
hate
anime
that shit.
community. That sounds like the anime community.
It's like, we get it. You're incels. Get over it.
We get it. You like tits. Nice.
Who doesn't?
Shut the fuck up.
I mean, I'm straight, so
That's fair. I honestly don't know how long we've been recording so far.
can't you check with
It-
OBS?
there's actually no thing at the bottom that says that.
Really? There's
All
no
right, welcome to
timer?
our first podcast is 24 hours because we love her no one in it.
But I think we left, like, we're at a good place where we can just try and, like, end the whole thing. We got a couple of questions from people, 2 to be exact. But I also have questions for each of you individually anyway.
I don't
Alrighty.
like where this is going.
So,
You're not gonna ask for my social security number, are you?
I'm not gonna do that. What are you, insane?
So
So
first question for
private, though.
John: what's your social security number?
the actual first question is from Final Master Link, and he asked, favorite chip flavor?
Ooh. Oh, that one's hard. I ain't
It's
gonna
not.
lie.
It's not for me. Cool Ranch Doritos, brother.
That's a very
I'm
good one.
actually addicted to them. I will eat an entire bag, party size, by myself in one day because I'm fucking fat.
I'm the same way, but with just regular nacho cheese Doritos.
I am the way, but with any type of barbecue chip. I will eat all of them. I
I
love
also
barbecue
really
chips.
really like Red Hot chip, but Cool Ranch Doritos, man, 100%.
It's just so good.
See,
Give
I'm
me
like the worst.
spicy
'cause-
chili Doritos. I'm not gonna lie. I'll devour them in one day.
So, as a
Jesus.
potato chip connoisseur,
I knew you were gonna say that shit, motherfucker.
Zalissa, if you say plain, I swear to God.
no. Let's see. I like cheddar and sour cream a lot. Sour cream and onion is also good. Fun fact: I hate both of those things, but I actually like them on chips. Pickle flavored chips are good. Hate pickles.
Eh.
Dude, pickle chip flavors are.
Salt and vinegar are delicious. Mesquite barbecue are delicious.
I hate salt and vinegar chips.
You're
I
dead to
actually
me,
really
so
like
don't
salt and
matter.
vinegar, so
Yeah,
Salt and
same.
vinegar is like 100% of my personality, so that's why it works.
You are salt and vinegar.
I am salt and vinegar. It's in my blood, man.
You don't have iron. You have salt and vinegar in your.
I definitely don't have iron either. I'm anemic. But
oh
Oh,
jeez.
I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. So sorry.
it's fucking
I
fine.
did not know.
I also kind of like those baby back ribs potato chips.
Baby back, baby back, baby back.
Yo, have you ever heard of Larry the Cable Guy chips?
Oh
What the
my!
fuck?
I know
Oh
what
my
they are.
God,
I've never
guys.
had them.
There are so many of them. There's like he has barbecue chips that taste like actual barbecued ribs.
Does
I
he
think
have
some of them
bathwater?
have like funny names or whatever that are like, to match his persona. You just look up Larry the Cable Guy barbecue chips and you'll see what the fuck I'm talking about.
I have to try every barbecue chip in the world.
I'm
I cannot
looking
live
this up right now to see if I can find the most ridiculous name just for the chip.
Larry the Cable Guy. I gotta find some.
without- Oh God, I have hiccups. Stop.
One of the things is Larry the Cable Guy chips near me.
I doubt they
Hide
sell
them
them in
in.
Florida.
He's got fried dill pickle, buffalo
Oh my God.
wing, barbecue rib, and cheeseburger, as I could see from the first image that
I
I
will.
have been
They're also
given.
I
called
will-
tater chips, not
Tater
potato chips.
chips.
His
Tater
Chili
I will-
cheese.
Dude, there's chili
I will
cheese
try
fry
them.
flavored. Oh my.
What the
Oh
fuck?
my.
Okay.
What?
There's
I need
ketchup
these.
flavored tater salad.
Biscuits and
Hold up.
gravy.
Hold up, I gotta. There Lay's has biscuits and gravy as well, but you gotta look at this
Eh.
one that I'm about.
I've had the biscuit and gravy ones. I don't know how good
Jalapeno.
Jalapeno.
I
Jalapeno
can't eat
popper.
those. I can't eat those. I can't eat anything spicy. My mouth is like.
That can't be real. Chocolate chips.
Wait, what? You lagged a little bit.
That can't. Milk
chocolate
chocolate.
chips.
Oh, I'm curious to actually try that, but at the same time, no.
I would
don't
eat
I
even know
was
if it's
having
real. It
some
doesn't
raw
sound real.
jalapenos just now.
Pika, you are a god.
We got buffalo wing chips.
I want to try those for sure.
I mean, I have an iron
those are
stomach
good.
for crying out loud.
I sure as shit don't, but I love spicy food.
See,
I'm
I
just
hate the
saying,
fact that
these are some classy chips.
my tongue tells me no when I try eating any type of spicy food, but my mind says yes, eat the food.
Hold up, I
You
gotta.
want those Buffalo Wild Wings?
The title of this one that it fucking kills me inside.
What is it?
It's a ketchup flavor, but it's not just called ketchup flavor.
What's it called, Alyssa?
Please enlighten us.
It's called Pass the Darn Ketchup.
Pass the darn ketchup.
God, I love Larry the Cable Guy.
Oh my god, I'm done.
Y'all want some classy chips? There you go.
Fucking Larry the Cable Guy making chips. I swear to God. Well, Final Master Link, I hope you really like the answer to that question. And this next question comes from the wonderful RTH, and this is a very loaded question for me. He asked, "Hey Bill, do you want to play CTR this week?"
No.
That's a really tough question to answer. I don't really know. I don't
Gotta
really
give that
know.
a lot of thought.
I don't really know if I can answer that, man.
I'm 14
Probably,
and this is deep.
most likely.
14.
The answer is yes. Are you fucking kidding? I play that game almost every fucking day, and he's like, "Hey, you want to play it this week?"
I find it funny how you say that, and then I read the chat for that. Where is it? Where's the fucking thing you put down? I hate this garbage online. Holy shit, it's so bad.
Yep. I haven't really been playing online. I've been doing time trials a lot.
Okay.
I only have like
I was like,
3 races left, I believe, to get Entropy and Oxide on. I haven't
I
tried.
already beat all the Oxide times.
Well,
Hey-o.
you're a fucking bitch.
Yep.
Alyssa's good at the game. Alyssa's the only one who can keep up.
I've actually
Alyssa's
gotten
the
way
shadow
better
to
at
your
the game.
Sonic.
I just don't have online.
You need to get online then.
Yeah. What are you, fucking broke?
Bitch.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I am. I don't know if you noticed, but I bought a PlayStation.
Hey, John, do you have a Patreon that I can plug right now?
No, I don't.
Do you have a donation link that I could plug right now?
Just go to my Twitch channel and look in the little panels.
I'll just throw it next to your name in post.
Yeah.
Just have it
Big
flash for a
text,
couple seconds.
Go
Boy,
to
do
here.
Yeah, go to here.
Please don't forget to type "go to" here with that exact grammar.
Make sure the go and the two are put together. It can't be separate.
I mean, I have stuff like that, but like, I don't really want people to do that.
What, like donate? Because I kind of understand that. Like, I really appreciate it when people do it, but at the same time, I don't feel like I'm worth it. But then also at the same time, I really need money. But I don't want
I'll
to sit
never
here and be
forget.
like, guys, I really need your money, please. It's to support me. Because, like, I have money, but it's not that much. But
Give
if people
Kappa
want,
a
if people want to do it, I'm not gonna say no. Like, I don't think anyone would say that.
would say
But that's
no to
normally
money.
why when people give me anything, I'm just like, all right, going right back to the stream. I'm not using that for myself. It's more important than that.
Who would throw away money? Certainly not Mr. Krabs.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So I have other questions for each of you.
I was
I
actually
don't like
waiting
where this
for
is
them.
going.
I wrote these down just before we started, and they're for each of you individually. So the first question I have is for Pico. And
What?
yeah, it's a question for each of you, and I wrote down yours first, buddy. Get ready, because it's kind of weird.
It's kind of weird.
Out of
You're
the
gonna
original
ask-
151 Pokemon, which one would you bone?
What?
Why you gotta do him like that?
You did it to me like that with the freaking FMK bullshit in my stream.
I remember this. I remember.
Fair's fair, Pika. You
Pika
have to,
is
you have,
really
you have
easy
to
for us.
answer at least one Pokemon, but from only the original 151.
To make it easier, if you don't want to be called a furry, you can pick a humanoid one.
Exactly.
Can't
If
Ditto
you
be
don't-
whatever you want it to be?
Yeah, that's true.
I don't. Is he one of the original 151?
I don't fucking know
Yeah.
anything about
Yeah, I
Pokemon.
think he is because
I don't
he's in
remember
Fire
anything
Red.
about Pokemon anymore.
He's in Fire Red, and that's a pretty old game.
Yeah. Okay.
So, Pika, do you have an answer?
Yes, I do. And, well,
You're so hesitant to answer this, and I don't blame you.
I feel so bad for him. He was complimenting the shit out of you, and then you do this to him.
Yeah. I did come up with these before the podcast started, so.
y'all might as well get the art ready. I'm gonna say Pikachu.
Pikachu?
Considering your like persona is a Pikachu, I think that's a safe answer.
Yeah, you could
Yeah.
just be doing it to yourself. Easy.
I didn't say that.
Bill. You heard it
Okay,
here, folks.
Derpy, this is all. The next
Oh, God.
question's for you. It's a
Oh,
very
boy.
loaded question.
I don't like this.
What is your least favorite anime this season?
Ooh.
Had to ask the weeb a
Ooh.
weeb question. I won't understand the answer,
Ooh.
but
I like how that's so much less of a weird question, and
Yep.
the reaction was just
No.
about the same.
yep.
No, it's really hard for me because there's a lot of really good ones this season, and I don't like this. I have to. There's not really one that I hate, but I could choose my least favorite, and that would be called Great Isekai Edition. It's literally the plot is brother sister hit by a truck, go to another world, are super overpowered. That's the whole
What the
story.
fuck?
Yep.
That
that's the
sounds
story.
that sounds fucking crazy.
The only good thing about it is the animation, and I think some of the jokes are funny. But other than that, I don't like it that much. Those are the only two redeeming qualities. Now, if you asked me my favorite, I would have had an easier time, but you didn't because you're an asshole. But
Yep. I don't even care about your
Thank you,
favorite.
Bill.
Next question. Hey, Alyssa, this one's for you. This is actually a serious question because I'm kind of curious how you would answer this. What is your least favorite thing about drawing?
Depends. Are we talking digitally or like traditionally with pen and paper?
Why not both?
Digitally, I fucking hate doing line art. There's no question about that one. Traditionally, about just drawing specifically, probably drawing anything feet related. Feet are fucking weird looking.
They
okay?
are fucking weird. That's why I don't understand why people are like, feet. Because
like
they're
deformed
nasty.
hands. They're really weird to draw. I can draw hands. Well, that's like a lot of artists' like worst thing. But I used to draw Sonic characters all the time, and they have giant hands. You can't exactly hide those. So like, I got used to drawing hands, but it's feet. I
but
fucking
can you
hate
draw
them.
Knuckles' hands?
They're
Could you
knuckles.
draw
Those are
Sonic's feet?
mittens.
Could you draw Sonic's feet?
Please no.
You know, in some official Sonic art, he just has like sock feet.
What?
Like they just look this like it looks like mittens except feet.
I didn't know
Doesn't-
this. I'm actually
There's
disturbed
official
thinking
Sonic
about it.
art with that.
I'm gonna look this up now because I need to see this.
Oh, good luck searching Sonic's feet without finding fetish.
Yeah.
I'm gonna type
That's not a-
official Sonic feet art and see what happens.
That's a bad idea. It's a bad idea. Bad
Dude,
idea.
I'm going down.
idea.
I'm going down a road.
Yo, Bill. Honest question.
Oh, for all the things that are coming up for DeviantArt posts. Hey,
I'll just
Actu-
send you one that's like actually. I'll just put it in the thing, and anybody who's not in the podcast today is gonna be really confused. But it's official artwork.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah. It looks like pancakes.
okay.
Yeah, they're like little weird feet with no toes.
I scrolled through
Tails? I thought
Google
Sonic.
Images for 0.2 seconds and found Vor. So here we are.
I
I
didn't
told
think
you.
long.
We all said that was a bad idea.
I, for one, no.
Okay, and then I get the final question here for John.
What's
Are you
John?
truly an
Say.
epic gamer? And if so, why?
I take offense to that. You even asking me that question. Because you should already
That's
know
like-
the answer.
That's like going up to God and saying, "Are you real?"
But I need to know.
You should already know.
But
He plays
I
Minecraft.
need to know why.
Because yes, there's no.
Because yes. Okay. Now I realize I've asked you guys some pretty interesting questions. Specifically the first one. I'm sorry, Pika. It had to be done.
I'm so sorry for his behavior. I'll give him a good beating later. Don't worry.
But I mean, I could give you guys this opportunity to come up with a question to ask me. I
Why are
can't
you
really
not
ask a
epic?
question to myself.
Why
Why are
you
you
gay?
not epic, Bill?
Why am I not epic? The answer is I am. Go fuck yourself.
You couldn't beat Silent or fuck. You couldn't beat Evil Within. I'm.
You couldn't beat Silent Within.
Dude, I would play that. I
The
would
Evil
feel
Within
fucking-
spin-off, but it's just like a Metal Gear Solid ripoff.
It's two
Isn't that
ripoffs at the
already
same
Evil
time. It's a ripoff
It's-
of Resident Evil and Metal Gear Solid at the same time.
I stand by the entirety of the first game of the Evil Within is just all of the Resident Evil games. The first beginning part is really good and scary. The middle part's iffy, and then the end of it, fucking dumb. I still think that you cannot change my mind.
They must
Is
have
it,
not
is,
reached
it,
seven.
is that the only question we're going with to direct it towards me out of all of you? Really?
No, I have.
Where
I
do
have
you
a
live?
question.
Where do I live? See, the answer is everywhere and
In the
nowhere.
I was gonna say the seventh circle of hell.
He lives in my basement.
Yeah, John whips my back every day and tells me to keep making memes on my stream.
That went in
He's
the
like-
direction I was not expecting.
He's like, eventually it'll make money. Just keep doing it, internet funny man. And I'm like, yes, sir.
Dude, Bill, I didn't know this was the plot of Get Out. Okay, I probably shouldn't have said.
Jeez.
Great.
Okay, I'm gonna come up with something, I guess.
Bill's just like, get out, you don't want to be here. He'll force you to Twitch Prime sub. Get out.
How did you come up with your Twitch?
How'd I
Your
come up with
Twitch
my Twitch name?
Yeah.
Literally asked people, help me come up with a pun that's TV related.
Yep.
And I
Sounds
believe
right.
Matt was the first person to, like, let me put it this way. Alyssa came up with the K-BillTV thing, but the way that it's written, my friend Matt came up with that. The K
I
and then
still
Bill and then the TV. Before it
still
was just
think
gonna be
mine
like
stands for
cable,
Phil.
but with my name inserted in there, and I was like, that doesn't look good.
The K stands for kill, actually, as in Kill Bill.
I
The
still
K
think
stands for,
K-Bill-
yeah, I'm gonna kill you if you don't shut the fuck up.
Hey, I've got a question. I already know the answer to it, but
Yeah.
the audience might not know.
hmm
Where did the name of this podcast come from?
The wonderful human being that we all know and love, C, came up with the name because she's actually good at coming up with names and puns.
It scares me.
All I did was add profanity to it.
Yep, you just added the word fuck in there.
Uh,
Just added a good old fuck in there.
Just add a good old fuck.
Although I think that kind of wraps everything up pretty nicely.
I think so.
Hold on, I have one more thing to say. I actually never mind. I was gonna do a dumb joke where I made like a really loud noise in the microphone, but then I was like, nah, that'd be.
I would have just cut that out. I mean, you know,
I've got one more
It is
thing to say.
millennial
How
humor.
about everybody subscribe to K-BillTV?
dude, please give me all your Twitch Prime subs. My family is dying.
Pay him because then he pays me.
Exactly. And at a certain point, I'll pay all of you because you all deserve money. All of you, meaning the other 3 people in this podcast.
Clarify, he
doubt
pays
I
me
deserve
for
it.
artwork. I should specify that.
I don't just
Oh.
please don't give me more money. My mother will just take it away from me.
I
So
mean,
everybody take your mom's credit card real quick and go to Twitch.tv.
John Wick needs your help.
To subscribe to K-BillTV. Just
Oh, good lord.
I think we've wrapped this up.
Yeah, just give me
I can't
your
think of a
social
question.
security numbers while you're at it too. I could
alright,
use
but
the
hold on,
future
let me go
finance.
ask my mom. Hey, Mom!
Hey ma, hey ma, I'm trying to
wish I
give
was homeless
somebody
so I
on
could
the
be louder.
internet my social security.
I wish I was home alone so I
Security.
could be louder. It would have been funnier.
Yeah.
I'm afraid I'll wake up my dad and he'll come beat me with the belt again.
She was the belting. And on that note, see you guys later. This has
Now
been
back to
the
your regularly scheduled programming.
this has been the
We interrupt this
HDMI Don't
program.
Fucking Know podcast, and now we're going back to your regularly scheduled program.